Oh, God.
Detail rank on memorial service, sir.
First Sergeant. Oh. Detachment, at ease. Another, the spirit of service towards our state, country, and fellow man. I would like to recognize special guests that are here today with us. We have Betty Jones and Louise Garrison, the widows of Troopers Jones and Garrison. Also we have Mrs. Doherty, who is the widow of former Lieutenant George Doherty. We have retired Indiana State Police officers Harold Ash, Bill Merritt, and Robert Davis. We also would like to recognize the officers from the other police agencies. We have many agencies represented here today. We thank them for being here. Indiana Department of Corrections has officers here. I'd like to recognize the American Legion students from Highland High School. All of our elected officials, the news media, Indiana State Police chaplains Craig Overmeyer, Don Williams, and Rick Castle. Also Rosalie Hunter, Hamilton County Emergency Management. Barbara Holliday is here again. Barbara does a real fine job on helping us check our isolated tower light in Hamilton County. Also we have a sixth grader from South Madison School System, Kyle Giles, who is participating as a mentor, shadowing Sergeant Mike Burns. He's here today. Families, friends, and fellow workers. The job of law enforcement encompasses many duties of the Indiana State Police. Like all police agencies, we rely on many role players to accomplish the mission. To help show our support of this team effort, we have included again this year personnel from our Motor Carrier Division, Motor Carrier Officers Roscoe Smith, and Telecommunications Operator Jerry Mittman, Joint Troopers Jeff Goforth and Kevin Reese as Honor Guard. The Indiana State Police Alliance has provided a limestone monument to each state police district in the state. Today we dedicate this monument to the memory of our fallen comrades. Immediately following the service, you are all invited to socialize and eat in the garage area of the post. Members that remember some of the pictures, if you would help us mark who was in those pictures and fill in some names, we would appreciate that. Also, Mr. Dean Dooley from the Deferred Comp will be inside all afternoon to help the members of the Department of the Deferred of God in our midst.
Gracious Lord, Creator of life, Victor in the midst of death, under the canopy of your infinite sky, we gather here to give honor to those who have fallen for our sake. There are painful memories of loss. There is still hurt and tears within us as we think of those who have died doing battle for us. But we're here also, Lord, to celebrate life and to give thanks for the pleasant memories, the memories of those that we love, those who are dear to our hearts. Bless all the policemen who are here today, who put their lives on the line for our sake. Keep them safe, allow them to do justice, and be merciful as well. Oh God, we're so thankful that we are able to gather here to celebrate life, to memorialize those persons who have been so important to us. For all of this, we give you thanks. Amen. Lieutenant Zook asked me to also remember the troopers and the civilians who have worked out of the Pendleton post and are now deceased. There are many family members here today, and we're thankful for them coming. First, we'd like to remember the 1st Pendleton Post Commander, Bert Davis, George Daughtery, Charles Epperson, Earl Francis, Al Walling, Jeff Powers, Dick Scholl, and Gray Mitchell. All of these persons have died while they were working here, and we remember them today as well. Thank you.
We are assembled here this day to honor our departed comrades, to perpetuate the memory of our dead, to reverently commemorate the service of those who have given their lives in the performance of their duty. Prepare for roll call. Detachment, parade, hit!
Trooper Eugene Tagg, Indianapolis, Indiana, assigned to General Headquarters.
Killed on December 21st, 1933 at Paris, Illinois, during the capture of members of the Dillinger Gang.
Trooper Paul Minimum, Logansport, Indiana, assigned to Lafayette District.
Appointed September 1st, 1935, died May 27th, 1937, of gunshot wounds while attempting to capture members of the Brady Gang.
Trooper Ray Dixon, South Bend, Indiana, assigned Dunes Park District.
Appointed September 1, 1935, died June 28, 1938, gunshot wounds inflicted while attempting to apprehend members of the Eastman Gang.
Trooper George Foster, Seymour, Indiana, assigned Seymour District.
Appointed September 1, 1938, killed May 17, 1941, in a traffic accident near Vernon, Indiana.
Trooper Richard England, Columbia City, Indiana, assigned Ligonier District.
Appointed January 20th, 1936, died April 22nd, 1942, of injuries received in a traffic accident near Kimmel, Indiana.
Trooper Herbert Smith, Shelbyville, assigned Connersville District.
Appointed November 2, 1942, killed December 5th, 1946, near Shelbyville, when fired on by a traffic violator.
Trooper Robert Clevenger, Centerville, assigned Connersville District.
Appointed September 1, 1952, died September 8, 1953, in a traffic accident while chasing a violator.
Trooper Herbert Roush, in Annapolis, assigned General Headquarters.
Appointed July 14, 1941, killed in an automobile accident near Indianapolis on January 26, 1955.
Trooper Earl Brown, Columbus, assigned Seymour District.
Appointed October 16, 1940, killed August 31st, 1955, while searching a suspect.
Sergeant John R. Miller, Lafayette, assigned to Lafayette District.
Appointed September 1st, 1941, killed September 5th, 1955, in an airplane crash while on Labor Day patrol.
Trooper Don R. Kerner, Auburn, assigned Ligonier District.
Appointed November 1, 1946, killed January 28, 1956, in an automobile while assisting a wrecker pull another car from a ditch.
First Sergeant Marvin E. Waltz, New Albany, assigned Charlestown District.
Appointed September 1, 1937, died March 18, 1957, of gunshot wounds inflicted by a suspected bank robber.
Trooper William R. Kellums, in Annapolis, assigned Charlestown District.
Appointed November 15, 1956, died September 30th, 1957, of gunshot wounds inflicted by fugitives wanted for murder.
Trooper John H. Powell, Otterbein, assigned Lafayette District.
Appointed December 1, 1954, killed February 27, 1959, in a traffic accident near Kentland, Indiana.
Trooper Robert J. Garrison, Montpelier, assigned Pendleton District.
Appointed October 1, 1955, died of injuries sustained in an automobile accident on December 14, 1959.
Trooper Robert C. Gillespie, Bedford, assigned Seymour District.
Appointed September 1, 1950, killed in an automobile accident June 8, 1962.
Trooper William F. Kieser, Pell City, assigned Charlestown District.
Appointed Operations Clerk November 16, 1957. Trooper March 16, 1958. Died March 9, 1965 with gunshot wounds inflicted while investigating a suspect near Ramsey, Indiana.
Trooper Oscar Mills, Hobart, assigned Lafayette District.
Appointed September 16, 1955. Died April 12, 1966 as a result of injuries sustained in an automobile accident.
Trooper William R. Rayner, Osgood, assigned Versailles District.
Appointed September 1st, 1957, died December 18th, 1966, of gunshot wounds suffered at the hands of an escaped from a Kentucky State prison in a stolen car.
Trooper Richard G. Brown, Lebanon, assigned Lafayette District.
Appointed May 1st, 1955, died September 27th, 1967, as a result of injuries sustained in an automobile accident.
Trooper Robert O. Leeson, Westville, assigned Connersville District.
Appointed August 16, 1962, died March 30th, 1969 of gunshot wounds inflicted by a mentally deranged subject armed with a rifle who had been firing at random from a barricaded position.
Trooper John J. Struve, Logansport, assigned Shureville District.
Appointed April 16, 1970, died February 20th, 1971 of gunshot wounds. Marshal John Larimore of St. John, Indiana, was also fatally wounded as the two officers investigated two suspicious subjects behind his school building.
Sergeant Glenn Hosier, Logansport, assigned Peru District.
Appointed May 1, 1955, died April 26, 1971, shot by a subject being sought for murder near Peru.
Trooper William J. Trees, Oakland City, assigned Evansville District.
Appointed September 1, 1968, died June 26, 1972, in an automobile accident while chasing a violator.
Trooper Lawrence D. Meyer, Sellersburg, assigned Charleston District.
Appointed September 1, 1968, died February 2, 1974, of heart attack during a foot chase of an escaped prisoner.
Trooper Lewis B. Phillips, Michigan City, assigned Dunes Park District.
Appointed February 27, 1973, died April 16, 1975, as a result of injuries sustained in an automobile accident.
Trooper Roy E. Jones, LaPel, assigned Pendleton District.
Appointed October 17, 1976, died July 3, 1979, in an automobile accident while en route to assist the Marklettville Town Marshal.
Trooper Robert J. Lather II, Greentown, assigned Peru District.
Appointed December 15, 1974, died July 6, 1982, in an automobile accident as he assisted the Howard County Sheriff in the pursuit of a driver traveling at speeds in excess of 95 miles an hour.
Trooper Stephen L. Bailey, Richmond, assigned General Headquarters.
Appointed November 26, 1978, died December 10, 1983, weapon discharged while attempting to serve a warrant.
Sergeant John Hatfield, Evansville, assigned Evansville District.
Appointed January 28, 1973, died April 13, 1987, shot to death while leading emergency response team into the residence of a suicidal subject in Posey County, Indiana.
Master Trooper Michael E. Green, Thorntown, assigned Indianapolis District.
Appointed June 10, 1976, died February 5, 1993, shot to death along I-65 in Marion County while arresting a subject wanted on the warrant.
Francis W. Castor, Noblesville, Indiana, Noblesville Police Department.
Appointed July 16, 1948, died July 28, 1948, as a result of injuries sustained in a motorcycle accident while on patrol in Forest Park.
Malcolm E. Grass, Wilkinson, Indiana, Hancock County Sheriff.
Appointed January 1st, 1972, died May 8, 1986, as a result of gunshot wounds while arresting two suspects for extortion.
David K. Brown, Westfield, Indiana, Westville Police Department.
Appointed January 15, 1968, died January 11, 1969, as a result of gunshot wounds while arresting a suspect for livestock theft.
These are our fellow officers who have given their lives in the service of the state police and the state of Indiana. When they departed this life that we still enjoy, they left with memories of a warm friendship, loyalty, and a devotion to the service. The greatest tribute in our power to pay our departed comrades is the reverent acknowledgement of our obligation to remember them. It has been said that the strength of the Indiana State Police lies in the character of its people. You and I will long remember the deeds of our deceased comrades who were ever mindful of their public trust. They have set the pattern we must follow in the days and years to come. We who remain do reaffirm our pledge to uphold the ideals and traditions for which they died.
Detachment. Hey, hut. Sergeant of Arms, salute our fallen comrades.
Forward, move! Lock and load. Hey! What? Hey! What? Lock and load. Hey! What? What?
Ready? And salute. Ready? Shoot. First Sergeant, ho!
Detail, dismiss.
All right, kids.
I'd like to invite everyone back and have lunch with us.
Gotcha.
Turned out pretty accurate.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Wave at me, Mike. Susan? Susan?